Welcome to VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. Hey, look, you know one thing, or one of the more important things about football, that football got absolutely correct, that I could not disagree with, that I could not argue with, even if I wanted to, even if I was out of my mind, loopy, cray. I couldn't argue with this. Having or playing 9 months out of a year. I think it's 9. Math right? Yeah. 9 months out of a year with 3 months break, rest, or whatever you want to call it. I cannot disagree with that, even if I wanted to, even though that I know that there's so many games and there are tournaments after tournaments. There's exhibition after exhibition. There's so many other things that's been thrown in within those 9 months. That's why you have to have a big squad. That's why you have to utilize your big squad. That's why you have to have a little bit of trust and a little bit of faith and bring along the youngsters, or run your team into the ground, or burn those players out, or get yourself the sack, get yourself the pink slip, get yourself the number of those receipts that you don't want, and you know what they called. I don't have to say it, and I don't have to repeat it. But for the fan, for the fanatic, for the supporter, for the one who just dream about football in their sleep, and they're sleeping during the day. So we're just going to call it sleepwalking. Definitely not a daymare, but it's something that you would like to see over and over and over again. They say you can't have too much of a good thing, or you don't want too much of the same thing because it gets tiresome, it gets boresome, you just burn out. Okay, but what about the supporter? What about watching? What about enjoying? Yeah, you can turn it off, but do you turn it off? Do you want to? Everybody looks at the train wreck. Everybody looks at the chaos. Even though you're not supposed to watch the chaos, even though you're not supposed to have a look-see, you looking. You trying to figure out what's going on. You got something to talk about. You got something to have an opinion about. You got something to say. You got something to get off your chest. You just got something to just yell and scream about. And that's like having and watching football for 9 months. And the 3 months is the break. The 3 months is vacay. The 3 months is holiday. The 3 months is to recharge your battery so you can do it again for 9 more months. And only good things, or most good things, happen in 9 months. Say otherwise, and I'll rattle off some reasons, and I'll rattle off some events, and I'll rattle off some, naturally occurring things that happens within those 9 months. So 9 months is a good number. 9 months is a solid number. 12 is a year, and it's just too long to wait for anything. 9 is a good number. 12 is too many. There's no rest. 3 months of rest is ideal number, but that doesn't come out good. And that is not a good thing when the team and the coach or the manager overuses certain players, overuse the same squad. Then it's not good. This football, they run. You do things with your feet. You gotta be in shape. You gotta always be able to recover, because without recovering, you just an accident waiting to happen. Without the ability to recover, you just might as well go ahead and put up a sign and say, I'm broken. Try again next year. Go ahead and say that I wish I was the Humpty Dumpty man, because at least when he cracked up, it was only one time and that was it. But these things happen often, more often, once you get injured once. So I understand I feel your plight about the 9 months footballer. But understand this, the supporter, those casual bystanders, those who come and say they don't watch, but they do watch, but they just non-truth tellers, but it's okay because we're gonna let them be. We're gonna let them be. You don't tell or you don't ask someone who's not all there to stop doing something that's helping them to be all there. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face. It's still your face. You ain't gotta cut it. Just leave it alone. Let it be. Leave it alone. Let it be. And that's why I cannot disagree. That's why I cannot argue against. That's why my contrarian, my hater, wait a minute, hater? On make-believe day doesn't work and will just disengage, disassemble, and just disintegrate when it comes to attempting and trying to say very, very bad and sad things about football being 9 months and only having 3 off. I still feel for you, football, but it's the life you chose. It's the life you chose.